Hey, Shad here with Speed Addicts, the fastest growing gear site on the web, and today we're going to break down the Bell Moto 3. Before we jump in and break down this Bell Moto 3, go ahead and subscribe. That helps us keep bringing you the awesomest gear content in the galaxy. Okay, are you a vintage type of guy or girl? You want to look like Hurricane Hannah? Bell Moto 3 is here for you. It is a vintage style helmet with modern materials, modern safety. It is dual homologations, DOT and ECE. We'll talk more about that in a minute. But it gives you that cool vintage style. And every once in a while, they keep coming out with interesting new colorways. This is the Fast House Checkers, which I think came and went really fast. I'm not sure if they're going to do more of these, but it's really cool looking. They got solid colors. They got candy colors. Whatever you want. This helmet is about style. It doesn't have some of the same creature comforts as some of the modern motocross helmets, but the price is right. And if you want to throw on just that classic vintage Moto swag, Moto 3 is where it's at, because there's really just not many helmets in this segment. So from other brands, there's not a lot of competition. This is a good one. It is a fiberglass shell, so they didn't cheap out and go polycarbonate, right? So it's a fiberglass shell. It starts at $299. It's an intermediate oval, fits true to size. Go by that Bell sizing chart, and it weighs just over 3 pounds, like 3.1-ish on our scales here. So, you know, relatively lightweight, as it should be for a motocrosser. Let's talk about those the safety standards. So we have the DOT, right, which means it's street legal in the United States. And then we also have the ECE 2205, which is the European standard. I like to see dual standard helmets or dual homologations. That means that they're trying to get the best of both worlds out of the individual testings in Europe and in the United States. 3 shell sizes, which is awesome, because more shell sizes means typically the helmet's going to fit closer to your head. You're not wearing more helmet than you need to. If you had 1 shell size and they make it all up with comfort liners and stuff, you end up looking like Jack in the Box, because the guy in the extra small is wearing the same size helmet shell as the guy in the 2X. Okay, 3 shell sizes, extra small through 2X. And again, go by that Bell sizing chart at speedaddicts.com. And remember, not only will you look cooler, sexier, ride faster if you buy your next helmet at Speed Addicts, but we also cover the return shipping. So we want to make shopping for gear online super painless. If it doesn't work out, as long as it's new in the original packaging, we'll go ahead and take that back from you, and we'll even pay the freight. So enough with my shameless plugs. Let's talk a little bit more about this helmet. To be honest, it is pretty straightforward. So we have a classic Moto snap visor here. So you got your 5 snap across the top. You can run with or without this. It's not doing much in the way of sun protection because it is relatively stubby, but it does look cool. Ventilation, not a lot of ventilation. We have a chin bar vent, so it's cool mesh grill. It does not switch on or off. It is always open, and that is the extent of your ventilation. On motocross helmets, you're hopefully getting some ventilation around your goggle. This Eyeport is pretty big, even though it's vintage, but I'd be careful of going too crazy. Like fitting your Oakley air brakes in here is probably not going to fly. Maybe run some sunglasses or pick up some vintage goggles that are a little bit on the slimmer side. Cool, kind of the chin bar's got this little wave in it. Good looking helmet. Let's flip it over and see what else is going on. So Bell knows how to do vintage because, of course, they are one of the oldest helmet, or maybe the oldest helmet manufacturer in the world. It says so right here on these the D-ring straps, founded in 1954. Let's see if I can show you that. Established 1954. Wow, that's back when they were made of leather, probably. So when they do a vintage helmet like the Bell Bullet, which is their street vintage, or this Moto 3, they know what they're doing because they have that racing heritage. The headliner is not removable, but the cheek pads are. So they got this nice quilt stitching inside here with the red accent. Kind of makes it cool, vintagey, diamond check. Can pull out these cheek pads and rinse them off. The headliner is a bit more permanent, so you know that's going to be a little tougher. Again, not all the goodies you get from more modern motocross helmet where everything comes out and there's a ton of ventilation and all this sort of stuff going on. This is just about looking cool, being comfortable, but with that modern safety tech built into it. There are not speaker pockets. You could probably shove some low-profile speakers in there if you do want to run comms or music, but come on, that defeats the purpose. The Moto 3 is all about the vibe. Head over to speedaddicts.com, shop for the Bell Moto 3 and hundreds, if not thousands, of other helmets. Appreciate you guys for watching. We'll see you next time to find out what's in the crate.